Hello everyone, welcome to Learner's Manual. Today we will be learning about algorithms in our Java tutorials. Okay, the first step to write a program is to create an algorithm. An algorithm is a process of set or rules to be followed by the computer while solving a problem. Okay, algorithms should be represented in a form which others can easily understand. There are primarily two ways of representing an algorithm. One is pseudocode and another one is flowchart. Pseudocode represents the algorithm in a way that is it in between a programming language and English statements. And a flowchart, it's nothing but it represents the algorithm in a diagrammatic way. First, let's see about flowchart. Let us see how to represent the symbols while drawing the flowchart. Let us go to Paint. Okay, flowchart. So basically, you know that a flowchart is a diagrammatic representation of a program. So to represent that, there are some symbols like vowel, parallelogram, rhombus, square or rectangle, and arrows. So these are some basic diagrams which are used to represent a flowchart. So this vowel represents start and stop. This parallelogram represents input and output. And the rhombus represents decision. And rectangle represents process. And this arrow, it represents a line like a connector that shows relationship between the two symbols. So this represents between two symbols a relationship. We call it as an arrow or line. So now, so these are the symbols. These represent start and stop. Oval, this is oval. Oval represents start and stop. and parallelogram represents input output. Rhombus, or even we can call it as a diamond symbol, it will represent decision making, and this represents process, and this represents the connection between the two symbols. Oval for starting, parallelogram for input and output, square for processing, diamond for decision, and again a oval. And we use arrows for connection or lines. So this would be like the basic type to draw the flowchart. Okay, now let's take an example of how to draw a flowchart. So now this is the condition. We have to draw a flowchart by using two numbers and to find which is a greater or a greater number and to print the greater number. So now we are going to start like this for start, and what will be the next? There we should give one input. To give that input, we will be using parallelogram. This for input 1, and for input 2 we'll be using another one, parallelogram. Okay, and we need to decide which one is greater, so we'll be having a decision symbol which is diamond or rhombus, and again we need a parallelogram to get the output, and finally stop. See here we are going to start. Now let's take input 1 as 2 and input 2 as 4. Now it has to decide which is greater. Now we should represent it, right? We should initialize like A, this is as A is equal to 2, B is equal to 4. Okay. Now decision making is going to happen. Like there is a decision, we have to print the greater value. Now let's see, like if the condition is like this, print A if B is smaller than A. Now what will be your, what will happen? Let's see. Now here it should be like A should be greater than B. Okay, but B is greater, B is greater than A. So if it's true, it will print A, but it's not true, it's false. If yes, it will print A. If no, it will go again back to the first input. If it's a loop, if there is no loop, there is no condition, then directly it will go and it will stop here. This will be your final output. If it's a loop, then it will again go to A and it will ask you to change the value like 3 or 5, whatever value you are applying. Again it will go, again it will check, and again if yes it will go, if no again it will go to A. So in this case if it's 5 it will go to A and it will print 5. If no, then it will go back to A. So okay, I think you guys might have got some input about flowcharts. If you are still not yet understand, just ping me in the comment section. I will reach out to you and I will solve your doubt. Pseudocodes. Pseudocodes are nothing difficult. It's just a statements, like English statements for a given program. Like just take it as how to prepare a coffee. There are some steps to prepare a coffee, right? So just like that, it's steps to prepare a program. Like for example, you're preparing a coffee now. What and all you will be doing to prepare a coffee? Like see, you will be boiling the water. Second, you will be adding the coffee powder, and later you will add milk to the boiling water. Then you will add sugar. Then you will transfer it to the cup. Then you will serve. There's the procedure. These are the statements. So there are some statements which will be given like this. For example, you take adding two numbers. First, what will you do to add? First, you will give input like enter first value. Then you'll enter second value. Then you'll enter the container to store the added value. It's called as initialization, and you use the operator. It's nothing but addition operator between the operands. Operands are nothing but values. Then you will perform the operation. You will get an end result. Same way, you will be using it for the different types of programs. So I think now you have got idea about pseudocodes. Thank you for watching the video. Let's meet in our next session. Bye.